Oh, good morning everybody. It's just gone 8:30. A little makeshift wind rain break served very well. I think it stopped a few little spots of rain getting in. I think the wind is now coming up the valley, so right in the door, but it's not cold and it's not a problem, so I'm not gonna worry about it. You could switch the door over there if you wanted, but it's not a problem, so I'm not gonna bother. Made my first tea. I'm gonna put some breakfast on, so I think that's one of the next things to do, and then we're going to sort of, you know, very slowly start packing things up about 9:30, 10 and get going about 10:30, 11, something like that, and then just head up the valley and then over to another spot that I know. Oh, I hope there's sun. I hope we managed to get a bit more sun today. It would be rather nice. Well, this was my little habitat last night, and as you would have seen if you check out Sandy's videos from this trip, then he had a little nose in here. It probably looks messier than it is messy. But it will tidy up quite quickly and efficiently. So that's in there. So this is obviously the trail style, which regular viewers will be familiar with, and extra regular viewers will remember Lake District. This got torn off. Ron's repaired that. This got torn off. Ron's put another line lock on there, and then if you remember there was a small tear and Ron's put a patch up there, and we had a lot of rain last night, and I was dry. Like I said, the only real error that I think I did make one error, well, I mean, typical of me really, but I think the wind was coming up the valley, and when we got here we felt some breezes coming this way because there was no wind at all. It was very still, so I pitched a door down the valley, but the wind was coming up this way, so it's kind of going in the door, but it doesn't, it's fine. It's not really a major problem unless it's very, very windy or a lot of rain. It's not too bad, but you could easily, I could turn this into a door, or I could turn that one into a door there, very easily. Just collapse that down and then you've got a door. Just move that door around. It's very adaptable. And then Sandy's brought his Lanshan 1, which is quite rocky around here, so I think it was quite difficult for him to get his pegs in. So in a couple of places he's double pegged. Pardon?
I've got very white feet.
And he's got his white feet out.
I'll hide them. Yeah. It's a good tent for what it is though. For the
yes, it's done you well. I mean, it's quite breezy, and the conditions are not exactly, I wouldn't exactly call them favourable or anything, and yet it stood up. Yeah. It stood up well.
I've got lots of tents. I've probably got about 15 tents.
Right.
Maybe, I think even 17 at last count.
Right. Okay.
So I've got a lot to spread the load around, but this one I've probably used about 30 camps in it. Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite a few.
I've walked the Wainwright coast to coast using this tent as well. It's a good bike packing tent. It packs small, but obviously you've got to have a pole.
You need a walking pole too.
Pole.
Yeah.
But I'd say that for normally when I'm out camping, I normally get to camp late, pitch up, get in my tent, do the bare minimum, go to sleep, get up in the morning, do the bare minimum, pack down and go.
Right, yes.
As I was saying to you earlier, I think that for when you're more relaxed camping like we are today, and you're staying in camp for longer, I think I'd like a slightly larger tent.
Yes, you know? Yeah, a little bit more room for you.
So I've got a Lanshan too at home.
You've got a Lanshan too, so you can bring that next time.
When I do this more relaxed camping like this, I'll be using that,
Right, yes. Well, it's kind of good experience coming out and figuring out, you know, getting to know someone different and how they are. And
I'm enjoying the slower pace, because I'm always at home where I'm doing my own thing. I've got to get back home again because my wife is she's partially disabled. I mean, we've got 2 dogs to walk, and I'm always sort of, I feel like I'm chastened by the devil.
Right,
to get a move on all the time, you know. So now it's nice to come down. So I know I'm not going to be going back home until later on tomorrow. So I know there's nothing to rush for.
Yes. So now you can relax. You can get out here and chill out and relax.
Yeah.
Did you find very much drafts getting in here? Because it's pitched a bit higher at the front, and you've got
drafts, but this netting.
It's quite efficient, isn't it?
Keeps the drafts right down. So once I'm in there and I'm going into sleep mode, but once I've shut the inner, it's quite draft free, to be honest with you.
Right, yes, I can imagine. Yeah, I mean, I've always found those mesh inners, they cut a lot of draft out
when you retain 2 or 3 degrees C more than outside temperature.
Right, yeah.
You know, so they do something, you know.
Yes, yeah, I think so. Well, thank you for joining us on this trip. And
no, thanks for inviting me.
No problem. I'm going to start slowly packing up, because I can see that Sandy is all but ready to go, and I haven't done anything yet. So I'm going to start packing up now.
Put my tent down until you drop yours.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. No, that's fine. And of course, another daft thing that I did is I got my shoes, well, they were already wet anyway, and walked over there to get water over there. And I'll remember this for another time. I don't come here very often, so I don't remember, but you've got water flowing there where you could just fill up very easily. Even a platypus. Look at this dog. Let's see. You enjoying yourself playing in there, Lassie? That's Lassie the water dog.
Quite a featureless landscape in places, isn't it?
It is along here, yes. Yeah, it is very, I mean, that's why a lot of people aren't so keen on Dartmoor, because there's nothing down here. But we're heading, this is kind of south, going this way, so we're going to go south a couple more kilometers, and then we're going to go west over Sharp Tor. So that's Kneeset Nose around there, there's Great Kneeset up there, and then Great Kneeset goes down and up to Little Kneeset, which is where I did my very first camps. And then you've got Lintz Tor there. I think that one up there is probably Dinger Tor. Yeah. And then you've got Yes Tor up on the horizon up there. So Yes Tor
yesterday.
Yes Tor yesterday, yeah. And that is the highest point of Dartmoor, Yes Tor up there. Yeah. That's the highest point. Oh, this really miserable rainstorm. It's cold. It is so cold for June. This is ridiculous cold weather in this rain. And it's not hail, but it's bitter, it's miserable. It's more like sort of, I don't know, March weather or something like that. It's really horrible. So basically we're heading down through there. So that one there, that's Chaptor, so we want to be to the left of that. So we kind of just want to go down here and then straight up the other side. So that's Green Tor and that's Great Links Tor over there, and then that bleak house is at the bottom of those two. There's Lassie in her inner element. Oop, mix up. And a very small waterfall. Are you going to come up this way? Are you coming up this way? Come on then, come up the waterfall. Yep. Come on then. Come on then. You can get up to the waterfall. That was a bit too much. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's have a shake. Oh, Lassie. Well, you can't go there now, Lassie, from up here. It's that's a bit steep there. Yeah. It's a bit more Lassie friendly down there, Lassie. Yeah, now you made it all muddy now. Just found this little dragonfly right there. Will even be. That's Hare Tor over there, and this is Sharp Tor. And camp is just down from here, and we've got to Sharp Tor just after 1, and we left just before 11, so it's taken just over a couple of hours to get here. I think Sander's been eaten. Oh, there he is. I thought Sand had been eaten by the beast of Dartmoor for a minute. There's Sandy up there, safe from the jaws of the hound of the basket meals. Ooh, that's a breeze. And there you've got Doe Tor, Brat Tor, yeah, and then Arms Tor. So we're going to camp somewhere just down there, hopefully. I was there a year or two ago in the Acto and the campsite flooded, but I didn't move. I stayed where I was. It's a wee bit breezy, and we got to find our way off of here. I think oops, oh, my hat's gone. So we found our camping spot. I'll show you where not to camp. When I was here a year or so ago, I pitched my tent pretty much exactly where you are now, yeah, lengthwise, and that little hole under there, when you get a lot of rain, it floods out of there. Oh, crikey. And you can actually see how the water,
yes, they go that white line.
It goes that white line there, yeah, and that white line there. So just avoid this bit around here, but I think anywhere, you know, anywhere down here is fair game. I think I'll probably put the trail star maybe somewhere around here. Are you okay there? Yeah. If I put the trail star in here, and then I'll have it facing upwind as well, yeah, and then we're far, let's see, and then we're far enough away that if that flooded, which is not, because there's not enough rain forecast, unless it's going to stay. Well, here we are in camp. We got it set up finally. I was too close to a mound over there, and then I moved it over to the left, and then I was too far over, and then there was another mound. So I thought, let's start all over again, and I brought it over this way. And there's a big mound over there, but I've kind of put the garden in the trail star. I think what was kind of fooling me the first time is I was trying to put the trail star this side of that mound, but then it was making me too close to a mound here. And then I thought, okay, let's just put the trail star over that mound over there. So you wouldn't even know that there was a mound of tussock inside out there. But anyway, this is our pitch for the evening. Obviously we got here quite early. We got here about 2, so we've pitched up already. Two bedraggled travellers in need of shelter, so we've pitched up early. I changed the solar panel to this one here. This is an MSC solar panel. It's lighter and a bit more powerful than the other one, and so far it's put in about 15% into that power pack. And we've not really had a huge amount of sun, and it's not been out very much, so we'll kind of be interesting to see how that goes. I've got my doormat just here, so I can kneel on that, and then I've put the inner in here, across there. That's the mound over there, and then that's the mound that was in my way earlier on, but it's now over there out the way. So we've got a nice flat area right through here. So I'll unpack in a minute, and the sand is settled in over there. We need to get water and another cup of tea on, I think, is probably the next thing to do. We've got Sandy over here, Lassie. She thinks we're gonna talk about her. Yeah. We're not talking about you, and we're not talking about water at the moment. We're gonna have a look at Sandy's tent. Yeah. And his shelter and his cook system and what he's got here. Well, so Sandy's got a little table.
Tiny little table, balanced for. It's a very nice table actually.
Is it?
Yeah, you know that old saying that when you make a little fire,
yep,
the fire becomes your home.
Yes.
Well, it's a bit like when you assemble your table.
Yeah.
Your table becomes your home.
That's part of your home.
Although I'm not getting a lot of warmth from it.
No, no, it's not a fire, but
it's useful. It's useful for preparing food on. It's good because it's got a lip, so nothing.
It can't slide off.
Can't slide off. And it's lightweight. It's a bit of a faff to assemble and disassemble, but once you've done it a few times, it's okay.
It's okay. Have you got coffee in there?
Cup of coffee.
Filter coffee.
What I do, I make half a pot of coffee, and that's enough to give me 3 of these.
Ah, right, okay.
So I sit here and I just enjoy 3 cups of coffee.
Right, okay. So you make your coffee and then just enjoy it as it pours.
That's right. And this is the
is that Trail Designs?
Caldera cone.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So that's the Caldera cone for the titanium kettle, is that right?
Titan
kettle.
And it's super lightweight. I like it. Don't get me wrong, it's not my favourite stove though.
Right, yeah.
It's super lightweight, it's ideal for keeping weight down.
Yeah.
But I've got another stove which is not quite as light, but which I prefer, and it's called, you might have heard of it, the click stand stove.
I haven't heard of that, no. No, I haven't.
It's very similar to the Transia triangle.
Right.
So you've got a Transia triangle which supports a Transia burner, but it's got little hooks on the outside, so you can then put on a titanium circular windshield.
Ah, right, okay.
And it's really efficient. It's on a par with
that. And is that the titanium cone or the aluminium cone?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's not. I don't know if it's aluminium or stainless steel.
Right. Okay. It's not titanium.
I don't know, Tony. I can't
No.
tell you. How would I know?
I think it's aluminium. I don't think that's titanium, because I don't think titanium would bend and fold like that.
So if it's aluminium, would it?
I think it's aluminium.
It wouldn't melt.
No. I think it's aluminium.
Yeah.
I don't think that's titanium.
I have discovered a slight flaw. If I put that carefully there, when you put the Titan pot in,
Yep.
these Titan pots, they've got like a flange,
Ah, right. Yes.
and if you're not careful, when you go to put the Titan pot in, that flange can hook up.
Yes, you've just got to put it in carefully so it doesn't catch,
It
haven't
can catch
you?
on there.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's a bit of a pain, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So that knocks it down a mark or two.
Yes.
But I was
Yeah.
gifted this because a subscriber contacted me, and he's I shan't mention his name, but
No.
he's not very well. He's got stage 4 cancer, basically.
Oh, sorry.
But he's optimistic, and we're optimistic for him.
Yes.
But he's having a bit of a clear out, and he said, well, I'm probably not going to use it. Would you like it?
Yeah, very
So,
good.
so
Well,
he gave-
it was. Trail Designs is one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah.
You know, in that type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been using their Caldera cone, which is basically what that is. I tend to just use a sidewinder, which everything fits in the pot. But yes, it's a very good setup, and you've got your NXT thermarest in there.
Yeah, this is an old one now.
It's an old one, is it?
It's done. I must have had it.
Is that the old valve on it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
So you know when they're new, they're very crinkly.
Yes.
Well, this is dead quiet.
Yeah, yeah. It's lost its crinkle.
You know,
They're very good though, aren't they?
yeah, I've had one puncture, but I managed to fix it myself.
Right. Well, that's good.
I
And it's
fixed
not
it.
leaked since, because it's not very often that you can fix a leak. So you've done.
Yeah, I did.
You've done well.
I found the puncture. I thought I didn't have any other punch repair kit with me, so I just put a dab of super glue. It's a tiny pinprick.
Right.
So I put a dab of super glue onto it
Yes.
and tried to work it into the hole, and it's held ever since.
Oh wow.
And I must have had about a dozen camps since then.
Wow. Well, that is
It
good.
hasn't gone down, so there's a tip for everybody.
Yes.
Dab of CA glue
Yes.
and job done.
Job done. Yeah. No, that is good, because I tried repairing one with some super glue and it didn't. And I put a patch on it, and it didn't work.
Oh,
So.
that's a shame. Yeah.
So you did well.
Yeah, I've only got a cheap 3-season OEX sleeping bag.
Okay. Well, it's keeping you cosy and warm.
It's good. Well, I'll tell you what, you need the 3 seasons. It's
Yeah.
June.
Yes, in June you need a 3-season sleeping bag, a 4-degree or colder type weather sleeping bag, and there's some shower coming in. I might duck under cover for a minute.
Is it going to rain, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. There's a little shower coming through.
Oh,
I saw one person walking down over there with a dog.
All right.
But
Yeah.
I don't know what this weather's going to do. It's really not.
Not nice, is it?
It's not, is it? No. Nice. 5:10, and we were hoping to go for a little walk to a tree just down there. We were going to go to a tree, but I don't know what we're going to do with the tree. It just looked an interesting tree, and we were going to go for a walk, but maybe we'll get out a bit later. But at the moment it's just very, very drippy, wet weather out there at the moment, so kind of just got inside. Sandy's got his door done up. Not very nice. Oh, yeah, I've had a couple of cups of tea. I'm going to have another tea in a minute, and just watch a bit of YouTube and just chilling out in camp, really. It's just very quiet and peaceful. There's nobody around. And he's still there. You see we've got a big, not lassie, not a big lump of tussock in here with us. But it's really quite miserable outside. We're very cosy in here. This is very, very comfortable. This was this morning, this was on 67% or something like that. And it's now on, it's been on 99 for a while, so I don't know whether it's going to get to 100 or not. We'll leave it plugged in. Obviously the solar panel's got wet at the moment. But I've got this little bit here kind of undercover, plus there's an angle down here and the little blue light's on, so maybe it's producing a tiny bit of power, I'm not sure. But it has taken that, as I say, from 67 to 99, so you know, at least it's filled that back up again. And I'd used that last night for in camp, you know, charging up my phone. Just top the phone. It's a 10,000 milliamp battery, so you know, it's probably used 3,500 maybe. There you've got hair tool, sharp tool, and camp just over there. Great Lynx tool, rat tool again, and doe tool. And like I said, you can just see both our shelters through there. So note to self, you must remember to take a photograph of camp when I get back. But it's I put my hood up, not because it's raining, and it's not very windy, it's marginally breezy here, but it is so cold, you know, it is really quite chilly. And I've only got just my shirt and t-shirt underneath, and I just want to preserve some heat. I'm so cold. It's crazy weather. So we've really just come down to look at this tree. Funny ancient old tree here, and a foxglove, I think that is, isn't it? And you've got a little waterfall down there. And that is, I'm going to go in the water. Come on, come on. Go on then, you're going to go in. Go on then. Go on then. It's a bit deep, isn't it? It's a bit shallower there. Sandy's doing his Insta 360 bit. Alright, let's do a quick look around camp. So this is obviously the back of the trail star. It is so ridiculously breezy. Lass has got her water right there. Well, now that the sun's out now, but so I'm just sitting up, just as out of that breeze. That breeze is like really quite chilly, so you can't go outside. If it wasn't for the breeze, we'd be sitting outside for sure. We'd be sitting outside cooking, you know, but we just can't. It's just too breezy. That is over there. She'll come inside if it starts to rain. Sanders had to do his tent up because it's just a cold breeze. When that sun comes out and you're undercover, you've got like your own like built-in like greenhouse almost, and it's quite cozy. So that's why I've just sort of got out of the sleeping bag and I'm just sitting up here. So yesterday we had mashed potato and that tuna, which I have to say was quite nice actually. Today we've got homemade dehydrated bolognese and pasta. So it's quick cooked pasta and homemade bolognese dehydrated. So we've got water on there to boil, and we can get that cooked. What we've done is we've taken the power pack. It's a 10,000 power pack. We've taken it from about 67% to 100%, and we've done that from the solar panel today. We're currently running the solar panel line up to the phone, so we'll see what that is a little bit later on. We've got some nice sun on there at the moment, so we'll see whether we can get much power into there in the next couple of hours if we actually get some sun. It was on 50%, so we know what that was. Because it's got 2 ports, we've got the other GoPro plugged in directly, and that was on about, well, it was 13% when I first plugged it in, and then when I checked it a little bit later it was 12%, and then when I turned it on and off it dropped to 11%. So, and in that few moments that we've been talking, the sun has decided to go in, and Lassie has decided to sit right in front of there. I don't think she's blocking any non-existent sun, which has now gone in. So we'll kind of see whether we get very much you know, power from that over the next couple of hours. It's 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, so we've still got a couple of hours of usable daylight. I think the sun will set about 9:30, so of actual light we've still got three hours. I've raised the door just a little bit just to give me a bit more room. We're very sheltered here. I see everybody always has their trail stars pitched very low. I always have mine pitched much higher than everybody else. I quite like it this way. I was joking with Sandy, it's either because everyone else just likes a low pitch, or it's because I like a high pitch, or probably more likely it's probably because I'm, even after 10-12 years of pitching it, pretty rubbish at pitching it. But no, I would prefer plenty of air, you know. There's just no, you know, if a storm was coming through and it was like really unpleasant, then, you know, for sure drop this down a little bit. The worst of the wind is whatever it is now. It's not going to get any more than this, and we're very sheltered here, so I think we'll be more than fine. Anyway, I'm going to have my one slight boo-boo, which is really quite annoying, is the handles got very hot on this, and I don't really know why. So I've separated them apart just to give some air in between, but it was so hot I couldn't lift it off, so I had to use the little cover thing, which is what I used to put it in, and of course it's brand new, and I've now melted it, so that's a little bit annoying. But oh look, we've actually got some sun back out, and Lassie is blocking some sun. Lassie, come around here. Come on, we need all the sun. We'll go that way. Oh, okay, alright then. Go on then, over there. We want all the sun we can get on the solar panel. That's where you settle down there. Good girl, you've got plenty of room. Not exactly short for space. We've got half a Dartmoor in here, and the hound of the basket meals. Good girl, still, Lassie. And that is my bolognese. Just hydrating the bits at the moment, so I'll leave it a bit longer. But that will be very, very tasty. Well, just earlier we saw Sandy's Trail Designs Caldera comb. So this is also Trail Designs. This is the Sidewinder, and the cone, this is titanium. So I'm very sure that Sandy's is the aluminium version. This is titanium, and it will roll down, keep its shape, and normally would fit in there, which I've unfortunately melted. But it will roll down and fit inside the pot, so everything will fit in that pot. The little burner under there will fit in there, the lighter will fit in there, and that's it, and the pot closes up. So everything is in there apart from the fuel. Obviously the fuel we've got to carry separate. I've not used as much fuel as I normally would. I've still got that much left, so I'll probably finish that this evening. But I brought this one and not used it yet. I'll use it in the morning, I'm sure. I'm going to enjoy that in a minute.